What up, though, homies and homies? It's your homeboy Grand Tizzle. Welcome back to the lab. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscription button and that notification bell, because you're going to like what we got going on over here. Okay, today, fam, we're going to talk about how you can make your NFTs stand out from the rest of everybody else's. We're going to get creative and do some real true artwork instead of putting together a bunch of pixelated images or following the trend with monkeys and things like that. We want to put together our own NFTs, our own style, our own talent, and sell that as opposed to following a trend and just trying to make a buck. In this particular NFT design session, we're going to take a photo and caricaturize it, but instead of painting it and or drawing it, we're going to digitize it, and we're going to create this beautiful 3D looking character out of a 2D image. So without further ado, let's get it poppin'. Okay guys, I'm going to be selling these NFTs as a series to a collection of caricatures. There's going to be about 20 of them, and that's going to be for a specific brand. I'll get into detail on it later on. Now, as you see here, it's a speed, well, it's not a speed tutorial, it's been sped up because typically it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do these, sometimes 3. And but if you want to like detail, to learn all the ins and outs and the whole entire mindset behind building these caricatures, just follow the link at the bottom. They're still being developed, but if you took the investment and bought the the assets, the Photoshop assets, if you get the upgrade, these is going to be included in it for free. So you would see it if you went to the site and you looked around and you decided to get the assets. That's when you'll only see the opportunity to invest in these, the training in these, and then you'll be able to make that purchase, and this is going to be available to you for free once it's launched. All right, so anyway, we're going to go a little bit over the things that I did here, and also a little bit of the mindset as it's kind of moving fast. So one of the things that I did was, when you take a face or whatever, the thing that you really want to concentrate on is keeping the resolution. So you really want to find an image of a particular person that you're trying to do. You want to make sure that the image is large. And then you want to exaggerate. You don't really want to exaggerate the nose or the lips or whatever you're trying to exaggerate. You want to keep it as is. You may move things around, like right now you see I'm moving elements around, kind of bumping it up a little bit, this and there. But for the most part, I'm kind of just keeping it at its original size and really shrinking everything else. That's one of the secrets. Another secret is to make sure you have a few images so that you can keep the skin texture, because we're going to be applying the skin texture back once we start stretching and moving things around, this, that, and the other. Now, that technique don't apply to every single thing, and sometimes different images, depending on the different resolution, you may not have to use that technique, but for the most part, that is the best way to go as far as using high resolution images and things like that. It's not as hard as you think. You don't really have to be an artist. You just need to know how to do it, and you also need to know what the mindset is about it. Like, well, how would I know what to distort? Well, I talk about that. I get into detail about that in the tutorials over, at the link at the bottom. But these are the primary tips that you should apply to when you exercise in this particular style in particular. Now, what's good about it is, people like to look at these things. These caricatures like that, especially realistic characters, real life characters, it's visually interesting. And if you're into selling NFTs, this is what's going to catch the eye of your followers or the community. This is a one of a kind. Once it's made, that's it. And that's the beautiful thing about something like this. And that is one of the reasons why you would probably want to get into learning how to do this, especially if you're a graphic design artist. It's just it's probably the most interesting thing to look at, because you're keeping everything realistic. See, that's the magic of something like this. And you kind of overemphasizing on the imagery. You know, if it's something like the hairs, you're going to kind of sharpen the hairs. You want to make sure, like, for example, the lips you see here is sharpened. It's kind of, it's exaggerated. You know, his lips is really not that, you know, he got lips, but, you know, it's not as, you know, wrinkly as I put it in the session. You know what I'm saying? So those are a few things. And, you know, if you want to, you can even take this video here and actually slow it down and really kind of watch the process. You do have the availability to do that. But again, you know, if you really want to, like, know the ins and outs, and you want to be able to do this without, you want to go to take any character, and be able to pull this off. You know what I'm saying? And that's the benefits of the actual tutorial. Now, the reason why I'm going to be doing these as NFTs is because of something called utilities. Utilities is something extra that you add to your art. So if you're selling your art, you know, your investor would want to know, okay, that's cool, I like that, okay, that's a good price, I like the art, but kind of what else do I get out of this? And what you're going to be getting out of buying my NFTs is that you're going to be buying the franchise, and you're also going to be investing in the company in itself. And so it's going to be, you're going to not just have the artwork, but you're going to have all the training to the artwork. So not only, okay, I'm buying the NFT, you know, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000, or $500,000. You know how it goes. It gets crazy. But you're also investing into all the training. You know, the training itself, and the training sales, and it goes for, you know, hundreds of dollars per session, and it's from old training from, you know, back all the way 2005 all the way up to today. So imagine having an archive of all these different things. Also, because of the opportunity, and you guys already know that I'm a music producer. I'm just not a graphic design artist. I'm a music producer with real records in the industry. I'm a real video director, you know, shoot films and documentaries and commercials. So my utilities is going to involve all the aspects of what I do. So it's almost kind of like if you're buying it from 50 Cent, the only difference is, you know, hypothetically, you buying an NFT from 50 Cent, you know, you may get perks like going on stage with them, or, you know, maybe, you know, the first album cover. You know, you get to keep that as a memorable and sell that later on. But you know, you may not have no training. You know, I'm trying to really add true, deep, rich value to the things that I sell, and this is training is something that can last forever. So that's the reason why I'm incorporating that utility. That would be considered my utility. Now, as you notice here, you'll see me using what's called dodge and burn. Right now, I'm burning. And burning, what that does is it darkens the contrast. So say, for instance, something is already there. You're darkening up the contrast, and it makes the shadow a little deeper. And in this case, we exaggerating the shadow. So his shadows is not that deep, but the exaggeration makes the image interesting to look at. So you'll notice the darkening around the nose, the shadow around the lip crevices and things like that. Now you'll notice right here, I'm adding color. Now, so what's good about the color and saturating the color is that you're bringing the skin tones back. And we kind of over exaggerating the skin tones. For example, his lips is not really that red in real life. But if you exaggerate it, if you make it a little bit red, you just be like, whoa, that's Jay-Z, like exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can see the orange and the red, you know, the orange and the skin tones and the slight yellow. That's because we oversaturated a little bit. So everything about this and NFTs, or should I say, about this particular artwork, is really making it fun and interesting to look at. Right now, you'll notice that I'm giving it a faded background. Well, what we call this a vignette. We're making a vignetted background. And you know what? We're going to be doing some more. I'm going to redo a Snoop Dogg, and I'm going to upload the entire video of that. And you may have to go into VIP membership or something to watch that or whatever. Because I know the attention span is very short here on YouTube. But this is the good way to really, apply your talent for real, and really get people to look and say, oh, this guy's a real, true artist. Now I'm going to take this art and upload it to Opensea. I already have my Coinbase set up and things like that. I'm going to have links in the description, giving you links to where to learn how to, set up Coinbase and set up your Opensea account if that's something that you may be interested in. But I'm going to go upload this, and I'm going to finish up a few more caricatures. I got 12 to do. I already have 3 done: Lil Wayne, Snoop, Jay-Z, and I'm going to do a few other celebrities. And add it to it, and then put it on, once I get everything set up, I have all my utilities set up, I'm going to put it out on the, I'm going to do a drop. And then, go from there. Meanwhile, I'm still going to be training. I'm still going to be teaching you, helping you come up with some creative ideas for your own artwork, and then walking you through the process so that you can go ahead and establish you a community, a network of followers and things like that, so that you can start getting sales and you can start making some money. All right, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to sub, like, and hit that bell so you won't miss a beat of that heat that I bring to my elite. Till the next time. See you in a minute. See you when I spin it. Peace.